Hey guys, Wandering Shell here, and once again we're going to be doing another Marvel United, this time with Jubilee. I love Jubilee ever since I was a kid. I don't think there was ever another version of her other than this version of her. She is literally a firecracker. Her mutant power is making fireworks coming from her hands. That's all she has. And I think that's hilarious because it seems like every time I see her, she's such an important character. Maybe I don't remember her that much. Maybe. Anyway, she's always has that iconic yellow jacket and the yellow gloves. So she is so iconic. It's not even funny. And I feel like I'm going back in the 90s/80s with her when I was painting, just because of seeing nostalgia, basically, seeing her outfit. I don't think there's another version of her out there, honestly. If you guys know if there is one, please let me know, because I like to see all the different versions of Jubilee, because it'd be really cool to see. But anyway, so of course I started with her iconic yellow jacket and gloves. Then she was wearing a red shirt and shorts that are kind of like a jean shorts. So what I did, like I did with the old Logan, I did the same thing with her and used ultramarine blue as the jeans. I could have gone back and used electric blue to lighten the jeans up, but it seemed like in the pictures her jeans are a little darker. So I kept it as the ultramarine and left it alone. But if you guys want, you can always, to make it a little bit more brighter, more light, you can always add electric blue or just like crystal blue or something, just to make it a little bit brighter instead of like a dark jean. Next is I did her hair. Her hair is matte black. Don't worry guys, what's interesting about how I do highlights for black, it's actually really interesting to do. I will show you later on in this video, because when you are toning this character, the tones are not going to come through the matte black. It's literally in the name, it's matte, it's black, so there's no way to make it any other like shading of it. But that's when the highlights come in to really make it pop. So I'm going to actually demonstrate that in this one with her highlights in her hair. Next, I did Elven Flesh for her skin tone. I feel like I've done this even with Banshee, and I'm going to be probably doing it with all the others, because of how they're pretty much the same skin tone. At least that's what the cards showed. Their cards are very matte color of the same skin tone over and over. So when I did that, she has a lot more skin than Banshee did, so this took a little bit more time compared to what he had to go through with his skin tone. But, even her pose too, it's like bringing me back 90s vibes. It's really funny. Apparently the 90s are coming back. Go figure. I've been seeing that a lot on social media and things like that, where a lot of 90s stuff is coming back, and people are like, yeah, you totally 90s. I'm like, I was born during that. Ugh. Awkward. So it's kind of funny seeing like little kids and stuff talk about 90s like it's today, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's what I felt like too, in a weird way. Anyway, so for her glasses, I did use Warlock Purple. It's like a pinkish tone to it, so you'll see how I make that glare on the glasses. Next, I did Rough Iron for the base. The majority of the base is going to be Rough Iron, because she is such a brightly colored character. I wanted to give her a darker base so her bright colors shine more. I do that a lot with some of the characters. especially my favorite ones, that I try to showcase them a little bit more by giving them darker bases, because it's a base. There's nothing fancy schmancy with it, and I wanted to keep that as like that. So that's why most of it is actually rough iron, and the little bits of it is going to be plate mail metal, just because it needs that 2 different dimension type of look to it. So after doing all those, it's time for the washes. Did her skin tone wash, mostly her face, and any skin tone area gets a quick little dab in there. And then the soft tones. Soft tone I do for all the heroes. Just gives them a lighter look to it, because they're not supposed to be evil, so that's why I don't get strong tones. And so did that for any spot that wasn't her skin tone. Did that, even the base. I feel like the base really didn't need it that much. Even her hair really didn't need it, but I did it anyway just so I could cover any parts that I'm missing. So after that, this is the part where I try to make it have that glare. So I did that a lot with when I'm doing the gold. I kind of follow that with doing it like that. And I went back doing ultramarine blue for her jeans. Any parts that are highlighted or raised, I did ultramarine blue again. Really made no difference, but to me, it did. Honestly, I should have done the electric blue or crystal blue to really make it pop, but learn from my mistakes and do something like that. Next is her iconic yellow jacket. Anything that's raised gets that brighter yellow paint over, and it seems like majority of it is raised, so I had to do most of it in yellow. Of course, they have like little parts, indents and stuff. I left those alone, but for the most part, it's all back to being yellow again. And this is the part where I try to do a highlight for her hair, because it is matte black. It doesn't have any highlight. So what I use is actually deep blue to do her highlight. You can use deep blue, you can use purple. It just depends on how your character is, but I chose deep blue just to make it kind of a cutesy look to it. A lot of people would use purple instead. I like the blue, just changes it up on her, and blue, it does go with her outfit and her character, so I wanted to keep it like that. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Nice, short, sweet, to the point with Jubilee. I will see you guys on the next one. Later.